Hi, I'm Ron Halbritter, Technical Advisor for Legendary Auto Interiors, and I'd like to welcome you to Legendary Studio, where today we're going to show you how to install Legendary's hottest new product, the Rallye Seat Kit. Now, the Rallye Seat Kit comes with our molded foam with the new high bolstered edges along the outside edge, and this foam utilizes your existing seat frame. So there's no need to purchase any new seat frames. It uses your original seat frames. Now, the kit also comes with new seat covers, driver and passenger. It comes with new muslin, burlap, paper-coated listing wire, 2-inch felt, a dust mask, and new stretch panel boards. Now, you'll be able to use this video as a guideline for installing any 1969 through 1972 Rallye seat kit. Now, with the help of Randy Brown, we'll show you why Legendary Auto Interiors is #1 with enthusiasts, collectors, and restorers worldwide. So let's get started.
Our first step will be to place some small pieces of duct tape over the rear portions of the front seat bottom. This will prevent the seat frame from working its way and cutting the seat cover. Our next step will be to take the seat cover, turn the seat cover inside out, and place the paper-coated listing wire into the pocket that's sewn into the seat cover. Now, you want to make sure that these listing wires are exactly the same size as the listing pocket that are sewn into the seat cover. We then place the seat cover symmetrically on the seat and tuck the listing pockets down through the foam. You'll be able to tell that your seat cover is lined up properly when that listing pocket slides in there nice and easy. Now, from the rear portion, you can see what it looks like before we attach the listing wire to the seat frame. We can come back over to the front edge and make sure that the piping lines up on the very edge of the molded foam. This is how you can tell that your seat cover's aligned properly before we start our installation. Now, the first portion of our installation, we want to attach some hog rings along the insert listing pocket that's tucked down through the foam. We want to hog ring around the listing wire that's installed into the listing pocket and hog ring it around the listing wire that is attached on top of the burlap on our seat frame. Now, we want to put 5 hog rings per side, and you want to repeat the process on the opposite side. Now, if you want to have the professionals at Legendary Auto Interiors provide this work for you, give us a call at 1-800-363-8804 or visit our website at www.legendaryautointeriors.com. Now, after both sides are attached, we want to come back to our rear listing, tuck it around the molded foam kit, and hog ring it to the seat springs. Now that our listing is attached on the insert section and the rear stretch panel area, we can move forward and install the paper-coated listing wire into the listing slot in all of the front skirts and side skirts. We want to start at the back edge of one of the side skirts and work it around on each side until it sweeps around to the front edge on the front skirt. You can gently massage the listing and bend it a little bit so it slides through that listing pocket nice and easy. After the side listing is attached, you want to move it to the front skirt and attach the small listing that runs side to side. Our next step will be to fold the corners of the vinyl over the top of the molded foam and work your way towards the back edge, peeling the seat cover over the top of the molded foam. That's a good idea. You can reach up underneath and squish the foam while you wrap the vinyl over the top of the foam, and you can reach up underneath the seat cover and make sure the welt or the piping is turned in the same direction. Our next step will be to flip the seat frame over and attach a hog ring on the front skirt. Then we want to work our way around the front corner, working our way to the back edge. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side. We want to flip the seat back over and work any small wrinkles that you may have. You can work the vinyl to the back edge. After this is complete, you'll see on the outside edges there are two small listing pieces that need to be hog ringed around the listing wire and around the hoop in the seat frame. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side, attaching a hog ring around the listing wire and through the metal area in the rear seat stretch panel area. The stretch panel board is placed in the center of the seat, bent towards the lower portion. The seat cover is placed over the top of the stretch panel board, and the seat cover is hog ringed to the bottom of the seat springs. We place 4 hog rings side to side, and there are small ears that actually cover the back portion of the seat rail. And you just want to fold the edges so the seat tracks do not interfere with the vinyl or bind, and you want to make sure that they have a nice smooth look and conform to the seat rail area. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side, making sure that the ear actually conforms to the seat rail area and the edge of the vinyl is folded over at the top so it has a nice smooth clean look and again does not bind with the seat tracks. We can flip the seat cover over on its front side again, smooth any wrinkles out. We should be finished with our front seat bottom install. Just like we did on our front seat bottom, we want to insert the paper coated listing wire into the pocket sewn into the seat cover. You want to be sure, make those listing wires the exact same size as the listing pocket. Now our first step of our seat cover installation, we want to tuck that listing pocket down in through the seat foam. It's a good idea to position it exactly where the channel is. You can come up to the top edge, making sure that your piping runs along the top edge of our molded foam. Once our top and bottom edges lined up, we want to come in and hog ring around the listing wire that's sewn into the listing pocket in the seat cover and hog ring around the listing wire that we've attached on top of our burlap. We want to attach 5 hog rings per listing wire on the vertical ones. It's very important that you attach 5. You want to repeat the process on the opposite side. And we can't stress enough the importance about putting enough hog rings in there, because to give it that recessed look down in the center portion of the seat, we want it to remain consistent. Our next step, as we did on our front seat bottom, will be to wrap the top edges of the seat over the top of the molded foam and then work our way down towards the bottom of our front seat top. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side, folding the edge of the vinyl over the top of the molded foam. Now you can reach up underneath there, just as we did on our front seat bottom, and compress the foam and turn the piping so all the piping or the welt is running in the same direction. Now if you have any wrinkles at this point, you can always go back and redo your work. You can start right back from the beginning of the seat cover if you have to. Our next step will be to attach the horizontal listing that's just below the headrest area. You want the seat cover to slide underneath the back panel hooks and attach to the seat frame. Now it's very important that that seat cover slides underneath the back panel tabs, or else your back panel won't attach after your seat cover is all installed. We want to then move down to the lower edges of the seat cover and work the vinyl over the edge of the foam come down to the side skirts, pull the side skirts over, and underneath the hinge area there's a small tab that tucks up underneath the hinge area. We want to place a hog ring so that hinge area, as you can see here, tucks underneath the hinge, and then the side skirt is attached over the top of the hinge and attaches to the lower portion of the seat frame. Now again, at any point you want to have the professionals at Legendary Auto Interiors do this work for you, give us a call at 1-800-363-8804, or you can visit our website at www.legendaryautointeriors.com. Now that our top is attached, we want to move down to the sides and hog ring around the listing with cord and around the seat frame. Now you see the corners on the top edge and side need to be folded over and hog ringed, and you can notice that that seat cover is tucked underneath that tab that we discussed earlier. Now that the top and the sides are done, it's time to do the last portion of our seat installation, which will be the lower stretch panel. We want to slide the paper coated listing into the pocket sewn into the seat cover. We want to compress the seat springs and attach the lower rear stretch panel to the seat frame. Now we want to flip the seat cover back over on its front side and make sure that your seat cover is wrinkle free. Our next step will be to attach all of our hardware, our seat bumpers, and it may be a good idea before your installation to put those screws in and then find them through the seat covers. We want to repeat the process on the opposite side. We next want to find the holes for the tilt forward center release strap. There are 2 bolts that hold this piece in. Once those holes are located, it'll be time to attach our front seat top to our front seat bottom. We want to make sure that the hinges slide in the proper location, and then we can mount our center strap and bolt it to our front seat bottom. We next want to move over to our hinge area. Now there's a plastic seat trim bracket that goes over the top of our hinge. Now the bolt goes down through that bracket and through the hinge and into the seat frame. Want to make sure that these are not cross-threaded and spin them in by hand as far as you can. Once you snug those down, you can repeat the process on the opposite side. Now the seat cover gets folded over the back edge and then is hog ringed into that bracket.
Well, hopefully this video has been very helpful for you. You see our Rallye seat is all installed, has the real nice raised up bolsters on the outside edge, has a nice sport look to it, has the original appearance, and best of all, goes over the top of your existing seat frame. Now, we'd like to thank everybody involved for making this possible. We'd like to thank Randy Brown. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. And most of all, I'd like to thank you. For Legendary Auto Interiors, we'll see you next time.